There are many videos on YouTube with the topic like most hated or most controversial family. So this got me thinking, what is the most controversial family in Formula 1 history? Now, for a family to be considered a Formula 1 family, they need at least 2 Formula 1 drivers in their family. This category includes many families such as the Schumachers, the Verstappens, the Rosbergs. Out of all of these families, there is one family that has dipped the most in controversies, and that family is none other than the Piquets. The Piquets include the 3-time world champion himself, Nelson Piquet, his daughter Kelly Piquet, who is married to Max Verstappen now, and his son, who is known as Nelson Piquet Jr. All three have been involved in controversies over time. First of all, let's start with the man himself, Nelson Piquet. The 3-time world champion got into some massive troubles in 2022, and this eventually resulted him getting banned from the paddock. So basically, in 2022, a video surfaced of Nelson Piquet using a racial slur in Portuguese to describe Hamilton after the Hamilton and Verstappen crash in 2021 British Grand Prix.
Neguinho.
Not only this, another video resurfaced of him using racial and homophobic language to describe why Lewis Hamilton lost the 2016 championship against Nico Rosberg. I swear to God, trying to get these old F1 drivers to not say anything bad about the current F1 drivers is the same as trying to get Christian Horner to stop messaging his female co-workers. It just isn't happening. Even though he eventually apologized for this, saying that his words were mistranslated. He was banned from the paddock for 2 years and was fined almost $1 million. During this same period, his daughter Kelly Piquet publicly defended her father and also liked posts on Instagram that also defended her father. Due to all these controversies surrounding Maximilian Verstappen, he himself now had to get involved. He issued a statement where he deemed Nelson Piquet's comments as offensive and not correct. But he said that Nelson Piquet wasn't a racist and also argued that he should not have been banned from the F1 paddock. This was a big controversy, but there still is another family member and it gets much worse. Nelson Piquet Jr.'s Formula 1 career didn't last long, with it only being 1.5 years, but in that small short period of time, he was involved in one of the, if not the biggest controversy in Formula 1 history. In the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton and Felipe Massa were separated by 1 point going into the 15th race of the season. Now, by now, mind you, Renault hadn't won an F1 race for 2 years now. On lap 12 of the race, the 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso comes into the pits for new tires and refueling, and this is the most unusual thing considering it is too early into the race to even consider pitting. It is almost as if he knew what was gonna happen next, and would you know it, 2 laps later only, Nelson Piquet Jr., his teammate, loses the rear and crashes into the barrier. What does this do? This brings out the safety car. And there was a rule back in the day that if the safety car was brought out, the pit lane was closed fully and nobody could pit. If you pitted, you would get a penalty. After the pit lane was opened, Ferrari pulled off a Ferrari strategy. They brought Massa into the pits, which was normal. But while refueling, the idiots gave Massa the green light to go. What did this do? Massa went and brought the fuel hose with him. This not only gave him a penalty for unsafe release, but after everything was sorted out, he was last and at the back of the grid.
And where is
Alonso?
There he is.
And with this absolute strategic masterclass, Fernando Alonso went on to win the race and also give Renault their first win in 2 years. Massa eventually went on to lose the championship by 1 point and no consequences were held against Renault. But then, in the 2009 Formula 1 season, after being dropped mid-season from Renault, Nelson Piquet Jr. then gave an interview where he exposed the team, telling that the team told him to crash purposely and also told him when to crash and where to crash. After this, an investigation was opened, and what was found? Oh yes, their team were fully involved behind this crash. This resulted in Flavio Briatore, their team principal, being removed and getting a lifetime ban by the FIA themselves. This was eventually overturned in 2010, and in 2024, Flavio Briatore was brought back to Formula 1 and is now the team principal of the team Alpine. And what team did Alpine used to be? Renault!